I say I'm saying no more than three losses this season, man.
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy JT. I got Dub here with me. Together, we make up in the arena. So let's go ahead and get into it. The Colorado Buffaloes have shocked the world, and maybe not everybody, because let me tell you, I wasn't shocked at all. But the world is on notice. I'm gonna put a clip right here. We got the sports betting dime talking about over under 3.5 wins. Under is what they said. Listen, they beat TCU, the defending runner up in terms of the college football playoffs last year. They lost in the national championship, got smacked by Georgia. We all know that at this point. But Colorado were 21-point underdogs, right? So if you didn't go anywhere else for your news and you came here to any arena, we told you Shedeur Sanders would have a big game. We told you that this guy was the truth, and no matter what level he was playing at last year and the year prior, that he was like that. You know what I'm saying? And when I say like that, my boy set a school record. First game of the season, 510 yards. First time ever Colorado had four 100-yard receivers, which is crazy when you think about it. It reminds me of the GOAT himself, Tom Brady. So, Dub, what are your thoughts on what you saw last night with the Colorado Buffaloes, or yesterday, rather, with the Colorado Buffaloes against TCU?
Man, amazing play from the offense. Defense did give up a lot of points, but when you look at Pac-12 football, it's fast-paced, it's high-scoring, and that's what makes it exciting.
For
So
sure.
the defense does need to tighten up, but I'm pretty sure Coach Prime and staff will be able to handle that accordingly during this week as they prepare for Nebraska, which should be a very interesting game. Nonetheless, JT made a very bold prediction about Shedeur Sanders. He said Shedeur was going to go for 30-plus touchdowns, a handful of interceptions, like 6 interceptions, and
Man,
over 4,000 yards. And I have to say that it's looking like that.
yeah.
He already threw for 500. Completion percentage, honestly, I think he had like a total of nine incompletions?
Yeah, we're gonna throw it right here on the screen for
And
you.
honestly, he only should have had about 5 incompletions.
I mean, there were four drops that I know for sure. Travis Hunter had two drops. Jimmy Horn Jr. had one drop. I recall across the middle. The ball was a little too far out in front of him, but his hands touched it. You put your hands on
Catchable.
it. You got to catch it.
Yep.
Um,
You
matter
got
of
to catch
fact,
Sunday. You got to catch those balls on Sunday.
Jimmy Horn had two drops. He had a deep pass coming down the right side of the field that was really, to me, a perfect ball because he didn't break away from the defender too much, so he had to lay it out in front of him. And once again, hit the fingertips. He really should have dove out for that one. And you know, your quarterback playing at that level, you need to dive out, get a little dirty for it.
Mm.
But that's no you know, that puts nothing on the day that Jimmy Horn had. He had a great day, had a touchdown,
Yep.
showed up big all day. Like you were saying, Dub, and I'm gonna let you finish up, man. It I don't know at this point if it's more of an inclination of who Colorado is, or more of an inclination of who TCU is not. Right? TCU lost Max Duggan, who was the truth. We know he was a great quarterback. He's with the Los Angeles Chargers now. Um, they lost some seniors as well, but I think a lot of people just thought that in the trenches TCU would be too much for Colorado. A lot of people thought Colorado was small up front. Um, they showed us they're not. They're at that level. They got a team full of superstars and Travis Hunter, right? First player I think ever, or the first player in how many ever years we're gonna put it up here for you guys that had over 100 yards and a defensive interception in the same game. The boy is the truth.
Supposed to have 2 interceptions. Supposed to
Supposed,
have two interceptions.
supposed to have two interceptions.
Hey, Travis. Hey, look. You on the Heisman watch. Yo, you need to hit those jugs tomorrow. You need to hit those jugs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because you should not. That ball is literally thrown to you.
Right,
You need
right.
to hit them jugs, bro. But
But
bro, you're a phenomenal player. Much respect to you, bro. Much respect.
I mean, the kid played what 117 snaps,
Stamina
something
crazy.
crazy like that. I mean, just both sides of the ball. lockdown defender. They kept trying him too. That's what threw
Oh,
me off is that they kept trying him,
they thought he was,
and
which he probably was.
he was tired. But something about him that even though he was tired, he still had another gear that he could
Well,
kick
I'm gonna
into.
tell you why. Even though he played both sides of the ball in high school, dual threat, high school and college level football is it's different. It's a little different, especially at the Pac-12 level. You
Sure.
have to attribute that to the Colorado Buffaloes strength and conditioning staff. Kudos to y'all because
Hats off.
to be able to play in 108-degree weather on that field, and for him to be able to play basically almost all the snaps, offense, defense, it's commendable what y'all are doing with the training program, the nutrition program, and then of course genetics. See, the guy's gifted, but there's still an element of fine tuning that has to be put in place by that staff. So kudos to y'all as well.
And on top of that, he played more snaps on offense and defense than we saw him play at Jackson State on offense and defense. So a lot of credit has to be given to Dion because he knew to come in there and win, they needed him to play that much. They needed him to play that much. If they didn't, they would have had somebody else in there. They needed him to play that much, and he had him prepared mentally to do that because the mental, we both play football, so we know the mental comes before the physical. Half of it is the mindset. I would say 70% of it is the mindset.
Mm.
And he had him mentally ready to go in there. And I love that, they don't have a captain on the team. They have leaders and dogs, right? And he's one of those dogs.
LG,
Yeah, he got the D on his jersey. He's one of those dogs. He went out there and played well. And so to all the detractors, all the folks that were criticizers, all the folks out there who are always talking about, I wish Prime would just be quiet. He runs his mouth too much. All the guys that want this coach to shut up. Listen, I really feel like Prime is divinely put in this position. He said it himself, to take a team that went 1-11 last year, to clear out the roster, to bring in the right guys, and to go to TCU and get a win says a lot about this team. Now looking at this schedule, right? Realistically looking at who they have left to play, I say I'm saying no more than three losses this season, man.